Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. For today's project, I am featuring a digital image from Cute as a Button Stamps and Design. This is also a giveaway hop, open internationally for 1 week. Please click the link in my description box to see how to enter and what you can win. Here's a picture of the card that I made, sort of my prototype card, and I selected this digital image because I thought it was adorable to see the two little kids hanging out at the kissing booth, the little girl giving the little boy a kiss, and you can tell like his eyes are so big, he is just thrilled. And of course she's adorable too, and I just thought it was adorable. That's why it's cute as a button, right? I'm going to be using Arteza pencils, colored pencils, to color this image in. And I went ahead and before I started filming, I stamped the image in advance and I trimmed it with a stitched edge rectangle die just to save a little bit of time instead of doing it on camera. But I am going to start coloring, and initially it'll be at regular speed, but then I will speed things up a little bit just for the sake of time so that the video doesn't last as long as it took me to actually color this. And I have this case that I keep my colored pencils in. Again, these are just regular Arteza color pencils. They're not watercolor. They're just regular colored pencils. And I have no trouble at all coloring in this digi image. I enjoy coloring digi images. I find that there's a lot of versatility to them because you can resize them to make them any size that you need. So you can see here, I made this image the size to fit on an A2 card. I could have made it a little bit bigger. I could have made it a little bit smaller. If I were making tags, I could have maybe made it a little bit smaller. If I wanted to have less of a border around the image, I could have made the image bigger. With your computer, you can change the size to make it suit your need and fit whatever it is that you're trying to create. That's what I love about a digi image. I also love the price point. They are affordable, and at least the ones that I have purchased have been at a very reasonable price point. Just very low price, but high quality. This image is just as detailed as a red rubber stamp, and I love red rubber stamps. But the detail on the wood and the detail on the sign, it just reminds me every bit as if I were to stamp this out with a red rubber stamp. So that's what I like about them. I also like the fact that they are easy to store. You store them on your computer. You store them electronically. At this point, I've been making cards for a little over a year, and I'm completely out of room in my craft room. I have to do a serious purge. I have to get rid of things. I have to destash. I have to. Finding the time to do that is challenging. With a digital image, that's no problem. You just save them onto your hard drive or the cloud, and you can have them and use them, as you need them. So to me, a digital image has many, many advantages. So that's what I want to tell you a little bit about, and I'm coloring the young boy's hair with 3 different colors of brown. Burnt ochre, OCHRE, I may have said that wrong, that is A113. Cinnamon, which is A027, and cocoa brown, A036. I decided to color their hair first to help prevent any kind of smearing on my part when I go to color in the wood of the little booth. The girl's hair is Camel Brown A110, Honey, which is a brownish yellow A076, and then I used Cinnamon for her hair, the A027, and that basically was me following the lines of the digi image to Cinnamon. Put cinnamon highlights in her hair, for lack of a better explanation. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how this turned out. You can tell the image that I'm coloring right now, his hair looks a little bit reddish compared to the original little dude, but that can also change as time goes on, and I pick out another color, Cocoa Brown A036, just to darken his hair up a little bit. Alright, so what I'm going to do at this point is fast forward a little bit through the coloring, just in an effort to save some time. This is a hop, and I know that your time is very important, and you can watch a person color. I will definitely speak to you during the fast forward so I can explain to you what's going on. Okay, here we go. Light speed ahead. We're going to finish coloring the young boy's hair, and we're going to take that Camel Brown and do the little girl's hair. We'll also use Honey for her hair, which is A076, and Cinnamon A027. The Camel Brown is A110. And this is just me going in, just following the lines of her hair. I don't have to figure it out myself. It's there already. This is Gamsol. I'm going to use some of this with a blending stump to blend some of the browns in his hair. And you can get Gamsol and paper blending stumps. They help you when you're doing colored pencil to blend things. That was really the only spot that I needed to use it in. So I'm coloring the lips. I have two different colors, Carmine Red, which is A049, and Crimson Red, A078. Taking a permanent marker and outlining those letters, as well as the heart that's burnt into the side of the, or carved into the side of the shed there, or shed or stand, or whatever you want to call it. And the image has not changed at all. I didn't change the words or anything like that, but it just provided an opportunity for that to be a little bit darker so that you can see it better when you're looking at the actual finished product. There are a couple little hearts that are on the little stand in addition to the big heart at the bottom, so I colored those in too with Crimson Red. So I'm getting out different purples and pinks for her dress and bows. I'm using Flamingo Pink A082, Plum Purple A081, and Fuchsia A014. I wanted to go a little bit brighter than I originally colored her dress. In my prototype card, I wanted it to pop a little bit more, so that's why I switched over to a brighter pink to give it more pop. And I think it looks good. I think it looks really cute. Cute dress. Okay, then I'm moving on to his jeans, I believe. And for his jeans, I'm using Periwinkle Blue A068. And this is really effortless. You can see that the digi image has details where you see that there's lines where the jeans are folded, you know, basically the natural shape of the jeans or whatever. So I don't have to worry about drawing those in myself. I'm using a gray color I think I'm using Elephant Gray 035 to color in the shoe sole. I'm using Ultramarine Blue for the tennis shoes and part of the shirt. And then I'm using this real pretty pumpkin orange, which is A052, to color in the shirt and the shoes. So he has shoes that match his shirt and his jeans. And I did go a little bit brighter than my original colors because I wanted it to just be a little bit bolder so it wouldn't sort of be so faded in the background. And I'm using Peaches and Cream to color in their skin, which would be their hands, her arms, both of their faces and ears, and her neck, sort of. And that makes for a fine skin tone if you're looking for that skin tone. Okay, after I get done with this, I'm going to go faster because I am going to be coloring in the actual wood. For the stand, I started out with Elephant Gray 035 because I wanted it to have that gray weathered look. And I just followed basically the pattern of the wood grain and made sure that I was coloring in that direction. So that's Elephant Gray. I also use a Pewter Gray, which is A023. And I use Espresso Brown. And I also use Smoke Gray. So between those four colors, I think I get a nice weathered look of a stand so that it has the look of weathered wood. And then once I finish coloring in the stand, I go back in with the permanent marker and I go over those letters again in the sign and the heart below. Because I really just want it to pop. I don't want it to fade into the background. I also use some green for grass at the bottom of the stand. I use forest green and another color green, which I can't remember off the top of my head which color is the other color green. But this Arteza colored pencils comes with a lot of green, so you can have your pick. Just pick two colors, one from the darker end of the spectrum and a green from the lighter. So you've got two different colors of green to make the grass. I'm showing you this Tailored Expressions Swiss Hearts. That's what I use to emboss the panel. And I have some pink card paper, pattern paper, in other words. But first thing I want to do is stamp the inside of my card. I'm using my Gush pad for this. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm using VersaFine Clair ink, which is a pigment ink and stays wet, and I really want it to dry before I adhere it. So this sentiment says, "I seriously love you." It's from Brutus Monroe. It's so cute. I love the font. And then I have these little hearts and this pair of lips. And I think they're from Brutus Monroe too. And I'm using VersaFine Clair Glamorous. That's the color of ink that is. It's a pretty red. Just going to go ahead and stamp the heart on one corner and the lips in the other, because it is a card about a kissing booth. So we might as well throw in another pair of lips. After I do this, I set it aside so it'll dry, and then I'm going to go back to work on my connecting all the different parts of my card. Oh, by the way, there's another little heart here that I'm stamping. That's Charming Pink, VersaFine Clair. It's a cute heart, and I'm going to put it in the back, like behind her head, like where her bow is. And I just think it's really cute, and it just ties it all together. I just wanted to add some more hearts. Cute. I really like how this turned out, you guys. I think that it's adorable. Oh, and I also have some of these puffy hearts, and I'm just going to put one in each of the top corner, one on the left hand corner, one on the right hand corner of the sign. Excuse me. And I'm just going to speed things up a little bit. I used some foam tape to pop the panel that I have colored up. I just adhered it all together and came up with the finished product here. So thanks everybody for joining in on the hop. Please make sure you check out the other people who are participating in the hop. Please comment below. Give it a thumbs up if you think it's a decent card. Also, I just wanted to let you all know that I recently celebrated a milestone on my YouTube channel, and I'm having some giveaways. So you definitely want to subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified as to when I have another upload of my video, and so that you can then enter into winning some very cool prizes. I really would appreciate your support. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you think the card is cute. I'll have links to my social media below, so that if you want to get a better look at the card, like a still shot, I'll have that posted on my social media. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.